History tells us Columbus discovered the New World, but the ocean keeps its own secrets. Imagine a timeline where the katana met the totem centuries before the first musket fired. It began not with a map, but with a monster rising from the deep. The year is 1290 AD, and Captain Kenjiro is hunting a legend. He sought glory for the shogun, but found only nature's wrath. The beast struck the hull with the force of a battering ram. Wood splintered like paper, and the ocean swallowed his crew whole. Kenjiro alone clung to the wreckage, a speck in the infinite blue. Days turned into weeks. The sun became his enemy, the salt his poison. He drifted on the black current, a river within the sea pushing east. Hallucinations plagued his mind. He saw dragons in the clouds. Just as he prepared to die, the scent of pine reached him. Land, but not the land he knew. This place was wilder. He washed ashore, a broken warrior in a garden of giants. His first instinct was survival: fire, water, shelter. But as his strength returned, so did his warrior's intuition. The trees here were ancient, thicker than any shrine pillar in Kyoto. He ventured inward, stepping silently over moss that swallowed sound. Something was wrong. The birds sang songs he did not recognize. Then, he found it. The first sign that he was not alone. Not a Japanese arrow. The fletching was wrong. The wood was raw. He tracked the footprints. Soft moccasins, not wooden sandals. The forest opened up into a clearing and his breath stopped. Standing before him was a towering wooden god, carved with beast faces. He had seen statues of Buddha, but this was a spirit of the wild. He drew his katana, not out of malice, but out of fear. The steel blade was an alien object in this Stone Age cathedral. A snap of a twig. He spun around. The shadows were moving. They emerged like ghosts. Warriors in woven cedar armor. Their faces were hidden behind masks of bears and eagles. Kenjiro stood his ground, the last Ronin of a lost empire. A standoff across oceans of time, steel against obsidian. The leader stepped forward. He did not attack. He studied. Kenjiro realized these were not demons. They were men. He slowly sheathed his blade, a gesture of peace. The mask was removed. A human face looked back with sharp eyes. Language was useless here. Only action spoke. He pointed to the ocean. Then he pointed to the sun. The warrior understood. This man fell from the sky. They took him to their village. Long houses made of massive planks. Here, Kenjiro saw a culture as complex as his own. He traded his iron knife for fresh salmon and shelter. Months passed. The samurai became a ghost of his former self. He looked west, toward a home he could never reach again. The currents that brought him here would never let him return. He was no longer a samurai. He was the first pioneer. Did he leave a legacy? Or did the forest swallow his story? Some say iron blades were found in these graves long before Cook arrived, a mystery buried in the roots of the Pacific Northwest. Kenjiro never went home, but he did discover a new world, and perhaps for a moment, the East and West were one. The ocean divides us, but the stories connect us. He learned to carve cedar, blending his discipline with their art. They taught him the rhythm of the salmon and the whale. He told them stories of stone castles and emperors. They told him of the raven who stole the sun. Two worlds, separated by silence, bridging the gap. Yet, the longing for Kyoto never truly faded from his eyes. He forged a new life, but buried his armor deep. The sword, however, he kept. A warrior's soul cannot be buried. Years turned to decades. His hair turned white as snow. He became a legend among the tribe, the Iron Man. When he died, they burned him facing the setting sun. His spirit returned to the ocean that brought him here. But the physical proof remains hidden in the soil. Archaeologists call them anomalies. We call them truth. The timeline of history is fragile, written by the victors, but the earth remembers what the ink forgets. Imagine the countless others lost to the waves. Kenjiro was one of the lucky ones. He found land. Did he fail his shogun? Or did he conquer the impossible? The answer lies in the rust of a buried blade, a blade that traveled further than any before it. So next time you look at the sea, remember him, the samurai who discovered America and kept it a secret. History is a puzzle with missing pieces. Kenjiro is the piece that doesn't fit. The lost Ronin, the first explorer, the ghost. What other secrets are waiting in the deep? Subscribe to explore the timelines that never were.